I wake up before my alarm, and the room is still half dark. I can hear the soft sound of the city outside my window. A bus passes, and a dog barks once and then stops. I lie in bed for a moment and watch the light on the wall. It is a calm light, a little gray and a little blue. I take a deep breath and tell myself that today will be a good day. Then I sit up, put my feet on the floor, and feel the cool air on my skin. It helps me wake up. I stand, stretch my arms and neck, and walk slowly to the bathroom. In the bathroom, I turn on the small light and look in the mirror. My hair is messy, and my eyes are still sleepy, but I smile at myself because a new day is here. I brush my teeth with simple slow moves. I wash my face with cold water, and the cold water feels like a small fresh river. I feel more alive. I take a short shower. The water is warm, and the steam fills the room. I think about my plan for the day. I want to work well, I want to be kind to people, and I want to learn one new thing. These are small goals, but they help me feel steady. I put on clean clothes, simple jeans, a soft shirt, and socks that are warm. In the kitchen, I open the window a little and let fresh air come in. I make coffee and watch the dark liquid fall into the cup. The smell is nice and friendly. I cut an apple, put some peanut butter on toast, and sit at the small table near the window. I do not play music this morning. I listen to the city and to my own breathing. I check my phone, but only for a minute. I do not want to start the day with too many messages. I look at my calendar and see a meeting at 10, a short call at 3, and time for focused work in the late morning. It looks fine. When I leave the apartment, the hallway is quiet. I lock the door and walk down the stairs. Outside, the air is cool and clean. The sky is light gray, and the sun is behind thin clouds. I like this kind of sky. It feels soft and not too strong. I walk to the bus stop. On the way, I pass a bakery. The warm smell of bread comes to the street, and a person inside is putting fresh loaves on a metal shelf. An old man stands at the door with a small paper bag and smiles at people who pass. I smile back. He says good morning, and I say it too. Small words can make the day lighter. At the bus stop, a few people wait. A student with a blue backpack, a woman with a yellow scarf, and a man who reads something on his phone. The bus arrives with a soft sound. I step in, say hello to the driver, and stand near the window. The bus moves slowly. We pass a park where two dogs run on the grass. We pass a school where children wear bright jackets and hold hands. I watch the city wake up. Someone opens a small shop. A bike passes us. A mother holds a child's hand and laughs because the child tries to jump over a small puddle. These little scenes make me feel part of the world. I arrive at work and push the glass door. The lobby smells a little like coffee and paper. I take the elevator to the 4th floor and walk to my desk near the window. I like this place because I can see trees and the street below. I turn on my laptop, sit straight, and breathe slowly. I make a list for the morning, answer 3 emails, review a short report, prepare slides for the 10 o'clock meeting. I start with the emails. The first is easy. I write a clear reply and send it. The second needs a small file, so I attach it and check the link. The third is from a new client, polite and careful. I answer with simple words and a friendly tone. When I prepare the slides, I try to keep them clean. I write short titles and simple points. I add one picture that shows the main idea. I do not want the slides to be heavy. I want people to listen, not to fight with the text. While I work, I drink water and stretch my hands. The time moves in a steady way, and I feel focused. At 10, we meet in the small room at the end of the hall. The table is light wood, the chairs are simple, and there is a whiteboard on one wall. I share my screen and speak slowly. I do not rush. I explain the plan for the week, the steps, and the reason for each step. I ask if there are questions. A colleague asks about the timeline, and we change one date by 2 days. It is a good change. The meeting ends, and we all feel clear. Back at my desk, I stand for a minute and look at the trees outside. The wind is soft today. The leaves move like hands saying hello. I think about lunch and decide to go out later to a small place on the corner. Before lunch, I do one more task, a short note for a partner. I write it in simple English, check it once, and send it. Then I put on my jacket and step outside. The air has warmed a little, and the sky is brighter. On the corner, the small place is busy but not too full. I order a bowl of soup and a piece of bread. I sit near the window and watch people cross the street. At the next table, 2 friends talk in low voices and share a plate of salad. I take a spoon of soup and feel the warm taste. I am not in a hurry. I eat slowly and think about nothing special. This calm time in the middle of the day is important to me. It gives me space to breathe and to return to work with a clear head. After lunch, I walk around the block for 5 minutes. I look at the sky again and at the small details of the street, a blue door with a tiny gold star near the handle, a plant in a pot on a window, a cat sleeping in the sun on a step. I go back to the office and feel ready for the afternoon. I work on a document that needs a careful eye. I read each line and fix small mistakes. I change a few words to make the meaning clean. I like this kind of work. It is quiet and honest. You look, you think, you make it better. At 3, I have a short call. The person on the other end is kind but tired. I can hear it in the voice. We talk about a small problem, and we find a simple path. Sometimes the best answer is not big. It is small, clear, and on time. We end the call, and I write a short summary so we both remember the plan. Then I stand, stretch my back, and fill my water bottle. I look at the clock and see there is 1 more hour before I leave. I choose one last task, prepare a tiny checklist for tomorrow. I write 5 boxes, send file, confirm room, print 2 pages, bring pen, breathe. I smile at the last box. It is a joke, but also true. We forget to breathe when we rush, and then everything feels harder. When I step out of the building, the light has changed. It is late afternoon, and the sun is softer. The air smells a little like rain even though the sky is clear. I walk to the bus stop, but then I change my mind and decide to walk home. I feel like I need to move my legs and let my head rest after the screen time. The walk takes longer, but it gives me simple joy. I pass the park again. The two dogs are not there now. Instead, a group of children play a game with a ball. They shout and laugh. I pass the bakery, and now the shelves are half empty. The old man is gone, and a young woman closes a box with a ribbon for a customer. I keep walking, and I think about dinner. At home, I put my keys on the small plate near the door and hang my jacket. I wash my hands and turn on a soft light in the living room. I put rice in a pot, cut vegetables, and heat a pan. The oil makes a small sound. I add garlic and listen to the sizzle. The room fills with a warm smell. I add carrots, pepper, and a few small pieces of chicken. I do not cook with many spices tonight. I want a simple taste. While the food cooks, I open the window to let the steam go out. I set the table with a fork, a spoon, and a glass of water. I put the phone away, face down, so I can eat in peace. Dinner is simple and good. I eat slowly and feel thankful for the food, for the roof, and for the quiet room. After I finish, I wash the dishes and wipe the table. The kitchen is clean again, and that makes me calm. I sit on the sofa with a light blanket over my legs and think about the evening. I do not want to watch a long movie. I want to read. I take a short book from the shelf, a story about a woman who opens a small shop near the sea. The sentences are easy, and the voice is kind. I read 3 chapters and stop at a soft place. I do not want to rush the story. I want to keep a little for tomorrow. I call my sister. We talk about her new plant and about a small concert she wants to see next week. We laugh because the plant has a funny name. We do not talk about big problems. We share little things, and that is enough. After the call, I send a message to a friend to check in. The friend answers with a photo of a cat on a chair. The cat looks like a tiny lion. I laugh again and put the phone away. I decide to take a short walk in the evening air. The street is quiet now. A few windows are bright, and I can see people moving inside like small shadows. The moon is thin and white. I walk to the corner and back. A neighbor waters a plant and says hello. I say hello too. I feel light and steady. When I return home, I lock the door and go to the bathroom. I brush my teeth and wash my face again. I look in the mirror. My face is calm. I turn off the light and go to the bedroom. In the bedroom, I open the window a little. I like cool air when I sleep. I put my clothes for tomorrow on a chair, so my morning will be easy. I write 3 lines in a small notebook, 1 good thing from today, 1 thing I learned, and 1 thing I will try tomorrow. Today the good thing is the clean, simple meeting. The thing I learned is that a warm walk after lunch helps my mind. The thing I will try tomorrow is to drink more water before noon. They are small notes, but they help me feel present in my life. I turn off the lamp and lie down. The sheets are cool. I listen to the city again, but now it is softer than in the morning. I think about the day as a whole. It was not special, but it was full. It had work, food, people, and quiet moments. It had small choices and small wins. It had simple care. I say thank you in my head, not to anyone, just to the day. I close my eyes and breathe in and out, like the sea, sleep comes slowly, like a careful friend. My last thought is gentle. Tomorrow will come, and I will meet it with simple steps and clear words. I do not need to be perfect. I need to be present. The room grows quiet, and the story of this day finishes in a soft, peaceful end. Morning comes again in my mind, not as a worry but as a promise. I imagine the first light on the wall, the sound of birds, and the taste of the first sip of coffee. I see myself walking to the bus stop, looking at trees, smiling at a stranger, and starting again with small goals. This idea makes me warm inside. It is enough. I let the thought go and rest fully. When I dream of a road by the sea. The sky is wide, and the water is blue and calm. I walk with no rush. I carry nothing heavy. The air smells like salt and clean wind. There is a small house in the distance with a yellow door. In the dream, I do not need a key. The door opens for me, and inside there is a table with bread, a cup of tea, and a window to the waves. I sit and watch the water move in slow lines. I feel safe. I feel ready for tomorrow. And even though it is only a dream, it teaches me a simple lesson that I can use when I wake. Go slow, be clear, and keep your heart open to small, good things. I do not know what time it is when the dream fades. I only know that my body is calm and my breath is deep. The night holds me like a soft blanket. The city sleeps, and the room is quiet. The story of my normal day, with all its simple steps and small joys, ends here in silence. And that silence, friendly and light, is also part of learning, because in quiet moments we hear our own voice more clearly. In quiet moments we grow without noise. When the next day comes, I will start again. I will rise with the light, wash my face, make coffee, and choose simple words for a simple plan. I will walk to the bus or choose to walk the whole way. I will work, I will rest, I will eat, I will talk, and I will listen. I will make small changes when I need them. I will keep my list short and my breath steady. I will try to be kind to others and to myself. And at night, I will write 3 lines again. Not because life is perfect, but because it is real and it is mine. This is my long story in simple English. One calm day from the first light to the dark quiet of night. It is not a lesson with orders. It is not a list of rules. It is just a voice, slow and friendly, telling what a day can be when we move with care. If you listened until now, you already understand more than you think. You understand that small words can carry warm meaning. You understand that simple steps can make a full life. And you understand that learning can be soft, steady, and kind. I am glad you were here with me. Good night, and may your next day begin with an easy breath and a clear, gentle start.